pretty much just the outcome, the testament of what all of these people are saying. You're looking at a guy whose mother had him at 15 years old, single mom. We didn't have any money. The only way I was going to make it out was to work my way out educationally. And as we know in Black generations, when you're the first, you have to bring everybody with you, right?
Yes,
so while mom had me at 15 and we grew up together, I was the father figure in the house to my siblings. And so what happened is I got a full scholarship to college. And while I watched everybody party at college, I went to the University of Houston. I'm from Houston. While everybody was partying, because we didn't have any money, I qualified for Pell Grants in addition to the scholarships. So they basically paid for me to go to school. And instead of buying an apartment and buying cars and buying all these different things, I actually used my overpayments and my refunds, and I started my company in college at 19 years old. So as a 19-year-old, my freshman year, I started a company, made up some makeshift business cards, the kind that had the adhesives that you tear off, come 8 on the page. Made it up, and it was basically an entertainment company. It was called I'm Ready Productions, because if opportunity came today, I'm ready.
Yes, sir.
And so I went to the African American Studies Department and said, hi, I'm a conceptualist. I can conceive of anything, any form of entertainment you want. I'd love to be able to create that and present that for you. They say, well, we have the first annual Martin Luther King Day event. Young man, we don't have a budget. I say, well, I'll take whatever you have. They say, we have $500. So they wanted me to do a 15-minute play. Well, I wrote a 45-minute play, and the guest speaker was Mr. Tom Joyner. He was the keynote speaker. Well, Tom was supposed to speak for 45 minutes, but Tom spoke for 15 minutes. So the president of the organization came running over to me, and she was like, can you please extend your play? Please extend your play. We thought he was going to speak for 45. And I said, well, I'm glad you asked, because I got 45 minutes for you. So I presented the play. It was called Malcolm, Martin, Medgar, and Me. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, and me, who was an angel called Change, which was about the change that's possible for Black folks. And so I made the event. Because of that, they asked me to do the second annual MLK Day. And the second annual MLK Day, they gave me $20,000 because I bailed them out first. Well, needless to say, that's my freshman year, that's my sophomore year. By my senior year, I had written a play that toured the entire country. I made $4 million, and I went to my head of my department, and I said, we have a problem. He said, please, I'm on full scholarship, remember. He said, please don't tell me you're leaving school. I said, well, I just made $4 million, and he said, get the fuck out of here. Get out, go, we can't do anything for you. Now, understand, this was a Jewish guy. The Jewish guy, when he gave me the full scholarship, he said to me, young man, if you have what I think you have, and I think you have it, otherwise I wouldn't say this to you. If you graduate from here, I will personally guarantee you success in life. That was the belief that this Jewish man had in me. But I didn't need his help. I needed to do it on my own. And what I did was on my own. By my senior year, I had surpassed him. So now, remember, freshman, start the business overpayment, refund check. Sophomore year, scale the business, got $20,000. Senior year, made $4 million. By the time I was 29, $150 million. Right now, to this day, $500 million. So when I say I'm a testament, when I met Mr. Roberts, how we met was a mutual friend connected us together. He bought a hotel in Houston. I'm deeply connected in Houston, so I was supposed to meet with him. The new brother bought a hotel, opening up the city for him. He and I hit it off like a father that I truly never had. And I read his book, Action Has No Season, when I transitioned from just doing theater to doing film and television. I read his book. I was in the middle of a negotiation with a big company called Entertainment One, E1. And by reading his book, where he says the human brain processes in whole numbers, but instead, fractionalize it. Don't go from 5 to 10. Go like 1.5, 2.5, 2.25. You confuse. I literally struck an unprecedented multi-million-dollar deal just following the tactics in his book. So yes, am I lucky to marry his daughter? Yes. But I'm even more lucky to sit at the helm of the garden of one of the most brilliant men to ever walk the face of this earth. I'm going to end with this. There's a saying, you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. Just go and get it. It's right there for you.
Yes. All right. Thank you very much. Wow. Well, first of all, 1, 2, 3. And I want to thank all of you for your patience in letting us go through a couple of panels. I hope you found them to be informative, something you'll be able to take away with knowledge and understanding and a commitment to your life and the life of Black folks worldwide. Let's stick together, folks. Let's stay together. And you know, there's an old issue. They talk about the old boy network. And you know, the old boy network never had any women. It was just the old boys. But I got to tell you, after today and considering the Black agenda, it's time for us to say one thing, and that is, hey, you old boy network, get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, because the homeboy and homegirl network is about to take over. Thank you very much.